This is the Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 202, where we focus on relationships, sports, pop culture, and politics from a mannish point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, our new ones, our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, Dell Curry and his wife's new booze have something in common.
Well, let me think. They're both gold diggers?
Or fortunate. Should black men vote for black women?
Why not? They ain't marrying them.
Oh my God. That's hysterical, man. An actress uses a surrogate because getting pregnant would ruin her career. That's her words, not ours. And we have a Dear Erby from a man who says he's doing his part, but his wife is not coming with them draws. All that and more right now. This is the MRA podcast from Kyle and Kamal, where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
And we're helping you to understand the man you love. Let's get to the news, Kamal.
Come on, man. Let's get into it right now.
Congratulations are in order to Britney Spears. She got married to her boyfriend, Sam.
That's cool beans, man.
Yeah, man. When he asked her if she was ready for a third wedding ring, she said, "Hit me, baby, one more time." You know, Britney's dad did not pay for the wedding, Kamal.
I don't see why he would.
Yeah, well, you know, that's tradition. He said he wanted to pay for it, but he first needed to ask his daughter for the money.
As he should. Like, hey, baby girl.
Baby girl. But, you know, they fell out over that, you know, lawsuit bullshit, too.
Yo, dude.
What's up?
A 70-year-old woman in India was trampled to death by an elephant. And if that wasn't bad enough, the elephant bizarrely attacked the woman's corpse at her funeral.
Are you serious?
I'm dead real, man. Dead ass, as the kids say. Yeah, man. So an elephant never forgets and apparently never forgives.
I know, man. God damn, man. He ain't Listen, we don't got the whole story here, man. He's like, I ain't never forgot. You 70. But remember when you was 30?
Yeah, she was dead. He was like, there that bitch go.
Oh, there she go.
I
told you.
It's like she sleep, huh?
I ain't done with you yet.
I ain't done with your ass just yet.
Man, that's crazy, man. Hey, man, this is crazy, dog. 20 senators, 10 Democrats, 10 Republicans agreed on some gun control regulation, Kamal.
Yeah, I heard about that, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a start. You know what I mean? It's a start. It's a very tough thing to agree on. You got to be honest there, man. They were going to put out a joint statement, but they couldn't agree who would write it. It's like, let's just stop here and be happy with what
we happy we agreed to this shit.
We got one thing. We got three things we agreed for.
Yo, man, the fried chicken chain Popeyes. You ever heard about this, Kyle?
I love that chicken from Popeyes, come out.
I love that chicken from Popeyes. Well, Popeyes celebrated its 50th birthday this past weekend.
Really?
Yep, celebrated 50 years on this earth. Something people who eat at Popeyes on a regular basis will never live to do. We'll never
50,
make it to 50,
Must be nice, Popeyes.
Must be nice. They're outliving their customers.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, real
that's
talk,
why they got to get new ones.
I had Popeyes today.
Oh, you back?
Possibly, I do.
Oh, we talk about that in the front page, man. He just gave it away, but I'm just saying, it feels like he might be back.
We don't know.
I might have went to McDonald's a couple of days ago, so we got something to possibly talk about, man. Hey, man, I'm watching these January 6th hearings come out because I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
You got to watch January 6th if you watch Johnny Depp. That's how it goes, man.
Got to.
At least
it's mandatory. At least
an inning or two, right?
Yeah.
Man, a brother is running the hearings. For those who have not seen, I'll describe him. He looks like Kenan Thompson playing Steve Harvey. Judge Steve Harvey. Exactly what he looks like, by the way.
That's exactly what he looks like.
And sounds like.
Yo, on Monday, Saudi Arabia lifted the mask mandate for indoor spaces, even as COVID-19 infection numbers steadily climb past 1,000 new cases a day.
Damn.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, man.
The Saudis said lifting the mask mandate was important because we don't believe in making people cover their faces unless you were born with a vagina.
I'm about to say, man, do the women still gotta wear that mask?
Man, I'm sorry to the brothers, man. You know, I mean no disrespect, but
clear that up, man. We don't want no problems with them coming over
brothers,
here.
Exactly, man.
And I'm just saying, I mean, well, don't let me get started on that. That's a joke I can make in person. These jokes last too long. I'm not even gonna go there.
No. Hey, man, it's the government.
Kamal, according to the January 6th hearings, Rudy Giuliani had too much to drink on election night.
Was he trying to celebrate?
Maybe too early, man. But of course, Giuliani said he had no drinks on election night. He was drunk from the night before. Clarify that.
Clarify.
Just so you know.
Still drunk.
Yeah.
Yo, a former Little Caesars employee was arrested after she shot her manager who refused to rehire her.
Oh, I wonder why he refused to rehire her.
I don't know, but I know if you went to that links, it must be really hard to reset your password when you forget it on monster.com. Like, nigga, you see how hard this shit is? You gotta just rehire me.
You know what? I can't be out there looking for jobs. That's funny, man. Hey, man, Kamal.
What's up?
Speaking of somebody who has to start all over, one of R. Kelly's accusers wants him to get life in prison.
Damn, that's a bit harsh, but I can understand that.
Yeah, from her perspective, of course, man. And I'm cool with that as long as he does one of those live from prison concerts, Kamal. He'll be the first rock star to do one as an inmate.
The one who when the tour bus left, he couldn't leave.
He can't leave, man.
the roadies, they packing his shit up.
I'm watching it. I would say if they do a live from prison wherever he is, a concert, I promise you I'm watching it. And I hope he does that Casey and JoJo song he wrote for them. Life, 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 life. Love that song.
Yo, man, this is the craziest shit I heard all week.
Hit me with it.
Geico was ordered to pay $5.2 million to a woman who claimed she caught an STD during sex in a car that happened to be insured by the insurance company.
That's horrible, dude.
It's bad precedent.
Yes.
But because of this, I will be filing a lawsuit against my homeowner's insurance because after sex, I contracted an unwanted child. So it's bad precedent, but I might be able to take advantage of this.
Man, I tell you, man. See, this is what we talk about when we talk about white women, man. There's a guarantee this is a white woman that showed up to court looking sad and just blamed somebody for her problem, something that she did that she and found someone to blame, and they set a precedent saying, "Oh no, don't be upset, white lady. We'll fix it for you." And now other people are going to be able. But
the judge was like, "Man, that sounds about right."
That's ridiculous, man. But like I said, I guarantee that judge wasn't a black woman. Guaranteed. No. Those tears don't work. No. It wasn't an older white woman either. That ain't gonna happen. Kamal, the Game, said on a podcast that he should have been included in the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm sure you heard about that.
I definitely heard about this.
Yeah. Get in line, said Danny Boy.
Danny Boy,
Ice Cube,
Ipsy
Red,
Ren,
Easy E's hologram,
his Little Easy. Check this shit out. Portland is seeing its wettest April, May, and early June on record. Yep. And thanks to Pete Davidson and his big dick energy, so is Kim Kardashian.
That hurts, man. You know I'm a Kanye dude, man. You got to remind me, man, that his wife's getting dug.
According to the report, she is in bliss right now.
I bet she is, man. She ain't been smashed like that for a while. You know, narcissists don't really smash like the other folks. You know what I'm saying? The narcissist is only about getting theirs. Yeah. And so I can't imagine Kanye was hitting it right.
He probably was saying his own name.
I know, exactly. He's so much in love with himself, man. You got to be a servant to that vagina if you really want to hit it right, fellas. When we come back, we have a posting up from a guy who hooked up with a girl from the gym, but he made a fatal error in the process. Find out what happens soon. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, what's up, guys? I sure hope you're enjoying the show. If you like it, I invite you to go to our website, themrapodcast.com, and catch up on over 100 episodes that we have in store for you.
You ain't working. You might as well check us out.
And if you want some more, go over to The World According to Cheryl and check me out on Cheryl Underwood's podcast. We post content there every single day. We have her normal radio show labeled SUR, and then the Cheryl Underwood podcast, where we get in her personal business every Friday. Then on the weekends, we have the specialty shows that range from Late Night Cupcake into Auntie Cheryl's House Party to our gospel show, Spiritual Nourishment.
You gotta check out The World According to Cheryl, even though I ain't on it.
We got some feedback, homie.
Do we now?
Yes. One of our favorite listeners, not really. Trisha in San Diego said, "Leave Lori Harvey alone!" ! If she wants to try and find a better match, she deserves that right. Men like you want to keep women trapped in bad situations? And that is what is wrong with America. A lot of things are wrong with America, Miss Trisha.
It's not us, though.
Yeah. I mean,
it ain't us, Trisha. Come on now. What is this? How do you know she was trapped in a bad situation? We're trying to keep her in a bad situation.
We're trying to shame her to say she shouldn't have left Michael B. Jordan.
But no, it says we're trying to keep women trapped in bad situations. Like,
yeah, we're not.
How do you know it was a bad situation? Maybe she wanted a bad situation. This was too good.
Yeah,
that's what we were saying. We weren't saying like, oh my gosh, it's awful and she should stay. We never believe it. We never. We don't endorse staying in bad situations.
Oh, no. You're going to hear it today in the Dear Erby segment. We got a lot to talk about as far as bad situations. We might tell dude to stay. But, Trisha, just what I was trying to say is sometimes when you're young, you think, oh, that's fine. I'll get something better. And sometimes it's not as easy to get things better as you thought when time goes on. Your job, your whatever. So you don't have to agree, but that's where we were coming from. When we come back, we have a post nut from a guy who hooked up with a girl from the gym, but he made a fatal error in the process. Find out what happened next. It's the MRA podcast. According to Webster's dictionary, being in post-nut mode is when you have a clear mind and you can make sound decisions as if you just busted a nut.
Yeah, I don't know if Webster actually said that.
No, he didn't. But our listener Big Easy Q told us all about it and we can relate. Women, men. So listen, if you have a story of when you did something foolish.
In pre-nut mode.
Yeah, something really dumb. Maybe it was top crime. Especially something in pre-nut mode you don't want nobody to know about. Hit us up and we'll tell the world. We can all laugh at your expense and hopefully you'll learn from your mistakes.
Aristotle once said, the results of pre-nut mode is the best teacher. I think he said some shit like that.
Send us your stories at dearerby@themrapodcast.com. That's dearerby@themrapodcast.com. And now it's time for a post-nut mode story, only on the MRA podcast. Okay, this one is from Brian in Los Angeles. He said, what's up, guys? Kamal will love this. He must know you, man. He said, I got divorced last year. Best decision ever.
Love it already.
Man, Kamal. Breaking up families one listener at a time.
Kamal's gonna love this one. I just got a divorce. Take me with. Not just playing.
Hilarious. I have an own apartment. My wife has her own apartment. I guess this is ex-wife. And we also have our family home that we split so that our daughter never has to leave her home. I've heard something similar to this before, Kamal.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not common, but a lot of more couples are starting to do this.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
Our daughter was out of town for summer camp, and I was at my morning spin class. You go to spin class, Kamal? I never heard of a dude going to spin class.
Nah, I've gone to one. My wife has a Peloton, and I tried that. It's
tough, huh?
It's tough, man.
Yeah, I got one as well, and I'm good for about 20, 25 minutes in spin class. Ain't no joke. I don't do the classes, though. I just watch TV.
Yeah.
Anyway. Our daughter was out of town, blah, blah, blah. Went to spin class, which is right by my old house. My point was that bike is tough. You would think it's like a girly thing to do. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why dudes don't do it, but that bike ain't no punk. It makes me sweat a lot. There's a girl that spins in front of me, and her ass is amazing. That's such a dude.
Do tell.
Tell me more, dog. Yeah. Exactly. I used to think she was shaking it in a way that makes me look. I told my sister, and she said this was a prime example of my sexism. This is why men ruin the gym with their ogling. Ogling? Ogling.
Ogling? I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Staring.
Staring. Lascivious stares. I should not have made that woman my sexual object. This is sisters talking in my mind. And it's just like a man to think a woman is trying to get his attention with her body, blah, blah, blah. That's him, blah, 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 not me,
not
blah, blah, blah.
No, that was an official blah,
his
blah,
word.
Blah.
That's Brian's blah, blah, blah.
We didn't add that. We didn't add that blah, blah, blah.
Even though I had it in my spirit to say the blah, blah, I didn't. I showed restraint, ladies. Anyway, it turns out this woman was trying to get my attention. You don't say. How'd you find out? After class, I told her she looked great in her new biker shorts and she said it's about time you notice. Okay. She said, I've been shaking my ass for you for weeks. Look at that. Right then and there, I said, you want to get out of here. That's hilarious. He took the signs, Kamal. He knew it was on. He's like, oh, you've been shaking your ass for me? Well, let's get straight to it. You want to get out of here? She says, yes, but I only have 20 minutes. My apartment is on the other side of town, but the family house is around the corner. I took her to the family house and gave her to her good, so you say. As we were walking out, my ex-wife pulled up. She has the key and could have walked in and caught us, but thankfully she didn't. I don't want to get into how, but I'm paying for that mistake dearly. Brian in Los Angeles. Kamal, where did Brian go wrong? And I hate two-part questions, but I'm about to give you one. Would you have made the same mistake? What'd you say?
Well, he just wasn't patient. The family house should have been off limits.
Yes.
And would I have made the same mistake every single day of the week?
Absolutely.
Twice on Sunday. I'm talking that shit, Brian.
Thank you.
That shit. 20 minutes, you start looking like, man, my house is like 19 minutes.
There is a solution. There is, God wants me to get this ass.
Tomorrow. I could try to arrange something tomorrow, but she might be tripping.
She might change her mind. Ex-wife, you don't understand, Kamal.
Could be another COVID outbreak. Yeah.
You never know. Bird in the hand, ex-wifey. Bird in the hand.
Yeah, definitely. But that's where he made his mistake, man.
Yeah.
And honestly, he was in pre-nut mode. Post-nut, why didn't I just wait until Friday night or whatever?
Yep.
But at that time, and she's like, yes.
Yep. Closing that deal.
Rarely do they say yes.
What'd you say?
I said, rarely do they just say yes.
I know. It's always hoops and bullshit we got to go through.
Yeah, he didn't jump through no hoops.
He was like, oh, it's on.
Yeah.
And she had been wanting him for a while. So congratulations, Brian. Sorry you went out like that, but, we can't hate you, dog. Just next time, be smarter, hopefully. When we come back, man, should black men vote for black women? Ooh, we about to get deep. We'll tell you what we think coming up next. It's the MRA Podcast. Hey, guys, if you're digging the show, then please tell somebody. People might say something to you like, hey, man, what podcast you listening to? And that's when you say the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Or the MRA Podcast with Kamal and Kyle.
Kamal, there was an election last week in Los Angeles. I was barely paying attention. I hate to say it. I forgot Karen Bass was even running, bro. I see the Caruso. I forgot, dude. I listened to KJLH last week, KJLH, and I heard it then. But if it wasn't for that, I heard Magic Johnson do a commercial. They didn't get to me, man. But Caruso's, I saw his everywhere, and I did not think who he could be running against. I was just like, oh, and I didn't choose to vote for Caruso. I didn't know who he was, but I was, barely paying attention. So anyway.
Yeah, it was a Congresswoman, Jan Perry.
Okay. Do you know her?
She's like my district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, shit. Like,
she's running too?
Yeah, no, not for mayor, but just like, my person. And I was oh, man, there's so many people. Like, I didn't see Jan Perry.
Yeah, that's that disadvantage in the fundraising. So anyway, LA Times did a story suggesting that black men are not supporting Karen Bass in her run for mayor against the white billionaire Caruso. It said, despite strong and consistent support from black women, the poll found an erosion of black voters overall, led by men. The person who wrote the article, it felt like it was a black woman, but you can't always tell. But sometimes I always try to guess the gender, but it's usually pretty obvious. And this person was seemed to be upset with black men over this. So our show is catered to men, especially black men. I figured, you know what? Let's bring it to the MRA Podcast, man. And they called it the Ice Cube effect, which I didn't appreciate. I didn't appreciate that, but because I'm an Ice Cube fan, right? Some of the facts they said, I guess I think the reason why they're saying this is because it seems like Bass is a lot more lenient on crime and homelessness, and Caruso seems to be he's a Democrat that used to be a Republican, so he's a little bit more he's less emotional about the shit that, you know what I mean? Because one thing I didn't like is it was attributed to Karen Bass that she said something about not wanting to clean up the homeless people because it affects black men. And my face cringed up like, what? And I don't like when they say like the guy who got the boot in California, in San Francisco with the DA, I think. He was going to go soft on crime. And I'm like, I don't want people going soft on crime. Caruso's going to hire, I think it was like 1,500 new LAPD officers, and people were saying that like it's a bad thing. And I was like, that sounds good to me. Like, we need them to be trained well. I think the police need to be trained better. I think they need to be paid more so you're attracting a different type of person. But less cops, I don't know. Clarence Avant, who lost his wife to a home invasion, he supports Caruso. Also, I forget who else it was, but Kamal, what you think about this, man? You represent the militant black side of the family. How you feel about black men supporting Karen Bass? Should we support her because she's a black woman? Are her policies better? What you think, though?
Well, I think you should always do what works best for you, right? If the policies that this person is proposing align with your politics or your your values, then definitely support this person. I think where this article is coming from, they're saying Caruso, his policies don't align with a lot of black men's values, what they claim their values are. And they're just supporting him or not supporting Karen Bass for whatever reason. And she can only just guess, like, because she's a black woman.
Yeah.
And let me say this, man. I agree with the article. Look, man, this is America. This is America. For some reason, not for some reason, it's a deliberate reason, we're going to go with the rich white man. Everybody is. It's not just black men. We always need that rich white man in charge.
Wow.
We need that. That's the person we trust.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like a black man, black women especially, they have to pass this purity test that white man did not have to pass.
He did not.
At
Obama
all.
had to be damn near flawless.
He had
and his
to
opponent
be flawless.
Yeah.
I remember when this last election, during the primary, dudes were talking about Kamala Harris and she locked up black men.
Yeah.
This guy wants to add 1,500 more police officers. What do you think who do you think they're gonna lock up? So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And she was a prosecutor, and people were like, Bernie support that crime bill you hate. Now, full disclosure, I voted for Joe Biden during that primary, not because he was a rich white man or whatever. It was because I thought that he had the best chance of beating Trump. So the only reason why I voted for him was because I thought he had a chance to win.
Same boat.
And so, yeah, I agree with this shit, man. I think it's unfortunate, but that's the reality. We always gonna roll. I mean, everybody is gonna roll with the rich white man. They don't, they can be assholes. They can talk shit, whatever. We think them being billionaires, they gotta be smart.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
They reach the top of what America values.
Right. And so even if his daddy was rich.
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
It's kind of like the pretty white woman. The rich white man is the equivalent of the pretty white woman. The pretty white woman is the standard of American beauty. That blonde white woman is the standard, and everybody else is measured against it. Whether it's right or wrong, I'm not saying I didn't make this up. I'm saying what it is. And for the men equivalent it's that suit and tie white man who's a billionaire, because we look at him as the most successful. Even if morally he ain't shit, we don't give a fuck.
Trump got more people after he proved how an asshole he was.
Yes.
He got more black men to vote for him the second time.
Yeah.
I heard with my own ears more than 5 occasions, more than 5 black men said they were not going to vote for Kamala Harris because she was married to a white man. Because she was married to.
But they'll vote for a white man.
They'll vote for the white man, but not the black woman married to the white man. The logic behind it don't make sense.
It's ridiculous. It's asinine. The thing that frustrates me is the assumption that the black man just doesn't like black women, and it might be the policy. Because as we said, we don't agree on the policy of the cops. I do want them to clean up L.A. The homelessness is way out of hand. And so that's something I think a white man would do. Well, and I think a female is going to have more heart for the homeless, where I'm like, I got less of heart. I'm like, get them the fuck off the street. You cannot just set up a fucking tent.
No.
You cannot do that shit.
But here's the thing, man.
Come on.
The thing about the homeless people, I don't know what's the percentage. I'm just, I don't know these numbers.
Yes.
So I might be talking out my ass.
You might.
But I seriously doubt all those homeless people are LA people who lost their shit
These
and
are
just
facts.
became hopeless.
These are facts.
I refuse to believe. If you're going to be homeless anywhere in the country,
come to a place that will welcome you with open arms.
Come to a place that has great fucking weather. And if you do land on your feet, it's got all the fucking jobs. So it's like, hey, man, because LA is awesome, that's why we're going to have more homeless people than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like in Detroit, where like the fucking economy collapsed.
And it's cold as hell.
How many people on the street in Detroit?
Not like here. No, you're right, man. These are good points.
2-degree weather for 4 months out the year. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, I don't begrudge anybody. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for, but I have a hard time squaring when people don't vote for their own interests. Yeah. And I think that a black woman from South Central LA, aligns more to, my values and my experiences than some white billionaire who was born a millionaire.
It'll be hard for me to not vote for Karen Bass because it's if it's a qualified sister, it's hard to go against. This one brother said when asked by the LA Times, he said that nobody looks out for black men. They're always thinking about black women. He said, when's the last time you heard a politician say black man? When they think of the black community, they think of black women or children. They don't think of us. Ugh.
I'm going to say this.
Go ahead.
Politicians, well, here's the thing about it. The Black Lives Matter movement started by women.
Of course.
And that was for black men. All them people in the streets, all them vocal women with the megaphones and in front of DA offices and all that stuff, they fighting on behalf of black men. Real talk. Now I might have some issues with their structure and how, but the movement itself, say his name. They're fighting for black men. Black women, they got our back, homie.
When we come back, a woman uses a surrogate to help her acting career. What do we think about this? And later in the show, we have a Dear Erby from a man who says he's doing his part, but his wife is not coming with them draws. What should he do? Kamal and I are going to coach him up. It is the MRA podcast. Hey guys and gals, if you're enjoying the show, let someone know. Whatever app you're listening on, please subscribe, give us 5 stars, and leave a positive comment.
And why wouldn't you give us 5 stars and a positive comment? We're great.
Yes, we are. This helps our placement so that other people can enjoy the show as well.
And why wouldn't they? We're great.
An actress named Jamie Chung says she used a surrogate because getting pregnant would hurt her career. Wow, that's deep. She says she's been terrified of becoming pregnant because of the potential effect it would have on her acting career. She said, I was terrified of putting my life on hold for 2 years. She said, in my industry, it feels like you're easily forgotten if you don't work within the next month of your last job. Things are so quickly paced in what we do. For me personally, and I will leave it at this, it's like I worked my ass off my entire life to get to where I am. I don't want to lose opportunities. I don't want to be resentful. So I'm just going to talk about this, man. This is one of those things like, a woman's right to have an abortion. Where they would say, a guy, you have no say in this. Why? That's none of your business. I think this is less than that because the guy is the dad. And when it comes time for child support, you will be sending his ass the bill. So he shouldn't get the deciding vote, but it would be nice if he had one. But I understand. It's your body. I totally agree. It would be nice if they talked to him about it, but not the point.
Yeah.
This here, man, the reason why this triggers me or scares me, that's what it is. It's just when you get mad, you're just afraid. The reason why it scares me, first of all, she's right. It does affect having a kid on a woman, especially a modern woman who's trying to look like she did and better than she did. It affects women. It affects the way they look. It affects the time they have. It does affect them. But I think
the older they get.
Oh yeah. I think a part of me is disappointed. I wish she was a little more selfless when it came to her child. I think that's the thing that triggers me. How you feel about it, Kamal?
At first, I was like, I was a little down on the chick. It's like, what the fuck? Like you said, I was like, this is some selfish shit. But, you know, I've never walked a mile in a woman's shoes before.
Facts.
So, you know, I know how tough it is to...
And tougher for them.
Yeah, be on the shelf for a certain amount of months. And then after the baby's born, you have the weight and, you know, trying to lose that. Just tough.
It is tough.
It's really tough. Some people take years to lose that weight. Some people never do. And so this is a woman who not all of it, but part of, you know, the success of her profession is her looks.
Oh, a big part of it, especially with acting. Let's just keep it 100.
A big part of it is her look. So she's like, man, this is my dream, but I also want children. And so I don't really want one of my dreams to affect my other dream. Yeah. You know? And so the surrogate, you know, I don't necessarily agree with it, but this is one of the ones where it's like, I'm a dude, man. I'll step off. It ain't really...
Yeah, step off, Grandpa.
You better step off, Grandpa.
That ain't your fight, but you feel a certain kind of way. Yeah, it's not your fight, but you feel a certain kind of way. We can agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can understand. Yeah, I think that's well said. We don't need... I think the more we talk about it, the more we're going to say some shit that we're going to wish we could go back and edit.
Let me tell you something else about women.
Let me tell you about these new bitches right here. This is why they put your ass in burqa, Middle East. This is why.
They don't have this shit
put them in a motherfucking burqa,
Saudi Arabia. If she want to have a surrogate, well, let her husband impregnate.
And let your husband impregnate another woman is what you should be doing.
Then I will agree to it. But
this
no,
is the shit that would come out of it.
That's what happened exactly if we didn't stop.
If we didn't stop, right? When we come back, man, Dell Curry and his ex-wife's new booze have something in common. What is that, Kamal? We'll tell you next. It's the MRA Podcast. You listen to us, but Kamal and I want you to know that we listen to you too.
Even if we don't always respond to your tweets in a timely manner.
I love how you say we, man. So if you have some feedback, maybe you agree.
Maybe you disagree.
Or maybe you just want to tell us how much you love the show, or that you want to testify about how we specifically helped you out. Or maybe you just want to tell Kamal how he was right or wrong.
But mostly right.
Whatever you want to tell us, hit us on our social. I'm at Kyle Erby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Hit us up and you just might hear your comment on the air.
Promise. We'll be gentle.
All right, Kamal, this is crazy, man. Dell Curry, you know Steph's dad.
Yes.
His fine ex-wife, Sonia, they are done dealio. They're divorced or getting divorced.
Breaks my heart.
Yes, it does to me too, man. What about me? That's the problem. It's the what about me generation, damn it. Dell and his ex-wife have something in common. They're both, all right, their new boos used to be married. So I guess it was like a friend couple, right? Mm-hmm. We all have those. I don't know who went first, but one of them went to, I think Sonia did, went to the dude in the friend couple. So I guess Dell was like, what your wife doing, dog, since you gone? So I mean, I bet you're lonely. I bet you know what I'm going through.
You want to piss them off?
Yeah,
I got an idea.
What do you think about this, man? I'll go first, man. I think it's weird, and I'd be mad. I'd be very mad if I was the dude. You know what I mean? And you was with, you know, my ex-wife. I'd be like, come on, bruh. Would not be happy about that, man. No. Even if it was a better fit, it would just not sit
better
right.
Fit? That shit ain't my concern.
I don't give a fuck about you having this bitch. What's wrong with you?
It better
you
fit.
You got me fucked up right now. Oh, I'm supposed to give a fuck about how you feel? About what is actually a better fit for you? Yeah. You don't lost your goddamn mind.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah. Or you can do it. I don't want to have to see y'all. God dang. Like,
yeah, man. Both at the game and shit. It's like, okay.
Dude, I'm going to say this. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
I'm just thinking about Dell. I'm like, Dell had to see this shit first. Yeah. You know, it serves her right if that's how it went down. Because I know she, you know, it was reported who she was moving on with, and then they would say, "Well, that shows it right because that nigga should have been fucking other bitches." Blah blah blah. Maybe he was the first one to do it because he, you know, maybe this was who he got caught with. What you say, dog? I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know what went down, And it's definitely weird. But I'm wagging my finger at both of them. And it's
Flag on
not,
the play?
huh?
Flag on the play?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, for different reasons, though. I don't care who they with.
Flag on the play.
What I care about is, they're both at the game with their new people.
Leave they ass at home.
Much, man.
Yeah, just show up by yourself to the game.
They can't show up.
Hell no, not this early.
I'm going for 3 hours. I'll be back. Watch the shit on TV, but why are you there with me? And I'm not saying like
me crazy.
the new people are like pushing for it. I think Dell and Sonya.
No. Sonya pushed for it because ladies like to have their man everywhere they go. And then Dell ass was like, well, fuck it, on some revenge shit. Because his girl wants to be there.
Yeah.
And Dale probably wouldn't want her there normally, but because his wife did it, he's like, well, let me show you how we do it.
Dale probably don't want her there, period, just because.
He does not.
Fucking up his
prospects for other bitches. And I know if it's me, it's like, I just don't want to be claimed. Like,
right. Yeah, I think they both doing too much, man. And that's why I'm wagging my finger at both of them, because it's like, I mean, damn, dude, like, it's 3 hours.
Yeah,
you like basketball and you probably want some of this shine because I'm going to get treated very, very nice at this motherfucker.
As you should.
When we go out for dinner and...
You can't go home talking about the game, though, Kamal. You always got to act like you can't go back to your girl house again. It was fine. It can't be the best time of your life because eventually she's going to want to be part
down
of
a lobster dinner right there. And then Barack
Jealousy.
Obama was there, man.
Yeah,
I shot hoop for Barack.
And then Steph hit for 43. She's like, I mean, she's just gonna be sitting there steaming because she can't be there with you. So I understand.
She can't. I mean, here's the thing about it.
No, she can't.
And the thing about it is, maybe next year, a year from now, we got to be seen in public first. They gotta, you know what I'm saying? The public has to accept us first. I gotta ease it in. You can't just be at the game with me.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is this? And now they snapping pictures. We on the goddamn kiss cam. It's doing too much, man.
Man, we come back, man. You getting me mad now. We're getting into some whole shit. We got a Dear Erby after that from a man, not after that, but later in the show, from a man who's saying he's doing his part, but his wife ain't coming with the draws. What should he do? Kamal and I going to coach him up. Kamal laughs every time at that part. It's the MRA podcast. Guys, I have a comedy album. It's called Be a Man at All Times, and it's on, what's it on? Oh, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you stream your content.
It's a damn good comedy album.
I appreciate that, man. There's stand-up on there. Kamal and I wrote a whodunit mystery called The Case of the Missing Balls. That's on there.
Based on a true story.
Check out the album. Show your boy some support. And you can buy it on iTunes. Keyword buy it. Stop streaming. Kamal, it's time for some whole shit. What you got, dog?
All right. It was bound to happen. You knew it was coming sooner or later.
Or later.
Probably sooner. Donald Trump.
He finally made it.
He finally made it. I'm pretty sure he's going to make it some more times.
Soon this will be the Donald Trump segment.
Yeah. But here's the thing, man. After watching these January 6 hearings, Kyle, you realize that every key person related to his administration and his campaign told him that he not only was going to lose the election, that he, in fact, lost in 2020.
Absolutely.
They all told him that he lost, right?
Yes.
But Trump's ego wouldn't let him admit that he took an L, so he brought in a bunch of crazy people to tell him what he wanted to hear, just to justify him spreading the lie that he actually won the election, right? He just couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
So he lied to supporters that caused them to come down and storm the Capitol with the foolish hopes that they would keep him in office, right? But the most egregious out of all the whole shit this man did was that he finessed his followers out of $250 million for an election defense fund that does not exist. Does not exist. An election defense fund to help me figure out what happened when I damn well know nothing happened.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah,
so it's no secret that I'm the furthest thing from a fan of Donald Trump and his supporters. No bullshit. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not a big fan of the supporters either. But a part of me feels bad for them getting taken advantage of by a con man.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I think
fucked up.
A lot of them genuinely believe him.
They do believe him, Kamal.
Right.
They do. And it did hurt me, man, when I saw some of those guys saying, man, I came to because he asked us to. I mean, you think I'm trying to think what. Oh, you know what it was? I was watching Happy Gilmore, man, and Shooter McGavin got that guy to run down Happy. The dude wanted to hang out. He wanted to hang out with Happy. I mean, with Shooter. Yeah, and Shooter was like, man, if you don't get, I'll call you. Like, that Shooter feels like Trump, man. Like, that's greasy, bro. Like, I get that you needed some help in that moment, but and if you are gonna be greasy to somebody, man, at least go to lunch, man.
Right? Did you?
You know, just look out.
Did you finish Cobra Kai this last season?
Of course I did, man. I'm caught up, dog.
Ah, man, the nigga Kreese, man, the nigga who wanted to be down with Cobra Kai.
That's fucked up, man.
Security guard.
Wait a minute. Oh, you talking about Stingray?
Stingray, man. He wanted to be down.
Up,
like, yeah,
that's
man.
what I mean. Like, how do you not have Stingray in Cobra Kai? That's a good dude, man. I know he's too old to party with kids. He was
beating kids' ass at the school fight.
That's so funny. I love Stingray. That's such a weird ass character, man. He's getting kids drunk and shit.
Yeah, but I mean that's what Donald Trump is doing, man. Donald Trump ain't trying to invite all these people to Mar-a-Lago. You still gotta have the big dough to be down with Mar-a-Lago, but he's getting these people to just basically, give up their cash with little cash that they have. Some of them.
Yeah,
and it's just
that's kind of like those church charlatans, man.
Right.
That's like, I need to see an even bigger investment from you if you want to break through. It's like, man, these people really believe if they give you their last dollar, that God's going to multiply it, man. So it's just...
Yeah, so I feel bad. I think, man, Donald Trump, as corrupt as he is, he's still doing, like, some whole shit as well as being, like, a corrupt person.
So, yeah, from asshole but is one thing, but whole shit is unacceptable, man. When we come back, man, we get into our personal lives. Then we have a Dear Erby from a man who says he's doing his part, but his wife ain't coming with the draws. What should he do? Kamal and I got to coach him up next. This is the MRA Podcast. Hey guys, what's up? If you're enjoying this show, do us a favor and donate to our Patreon.
Word.
Just go to www.patreon.com. That's Patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Word.
It's that simple. Listen to the show, love the show, share the show, break the show off with some dough.
Bars.
All right, Kamal, time for the front page of our lives, dog. What's up with you, man?
Well, Kyle.
Yes.
We spoke about it earlier.
We did.
As you all know, I recently, I don't know if you contracted or some shit like that.
You got the sugar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have the sugar, man. I started like an intense diet of like no sugar, no bread, no all that shit. And
no fun.
Yeah, no fun. No fun. As a teacher, appreciation week, they bring donuts and cakes and cookies, and I abstain from all of it.
Good shit, man.
Because I'm that mentally strong. Well, now, I just had my test results, and not only do I not have diabetes anymore. What? Not at all. I am 1 point away from being out of pre-diabetic. My A1C was 6.9. It is now 5.8. So I am pre-diabetic is like 5.7 to 6.4. I'm at 5.8, so I am almost out of pre-diabetic, and I will be able to have cactus coolers every day of the week.
You sound crazy right
when
now.
I am
an occasional cactus cooler. Come on, I hate to be that dude, but nah, man.
Yeah, man. So
that's great news, man. So you celebrated with some Popeyes?
Man, I celebrated. I had chocolate chip pancakes. I had some McDonald's. I had some Popeyes. I had some
all right,
pound
man.
cake.
Take it down about 3 notches.
Yeah.
You had pound cake too?
Oh yeah.
You know, that's your damn mind, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna have like a celebratory day, which turns into 2 days, which turns into 3.
Yeah, of course.
And now it's looking more like a celebratory week.
It is, but let's get you back on it, man.
I'm back on it, man. I'm back on it. I have one last slice of pound cake, and I'm I mean, I can't let this shit go to waste, man.
That'd be a very, I was gonna say, unchristian thing to do, unmuslim thing for you, man.
We don't waste no food, right? We don't waste
I did the 75. I did the 75 hard last week. I love pound cake. I have not had none in, I guess, over 80 days. That joint was a life changer, Kamal. I lost 20 pounds, which I didn't do it to lose weight. I did it because I was like, I was feeling sluggish, and I guess I did want to lose. My love handles was getting out of hand. Yeah. I didn't have a number in my mind because I rarely get on the scale. I just knew what I was. I was around 220.
I was like 15.
Yeah, man. It's bananas, man. Mm-hmm. And that's what I ended up losing around. But here's the thing, man. It made me mentally tougher, Kamal. Like, I'm taking my career way seriously, man. You know, I'm reading every day again and like studying comedy like, you know, I did before. Way more engaged with my social media, writing every day now, drinking that water has helped. I'm keeping that. I'm pretty much keeping everything except the food restrictions and the alcohol. So I want to keep exercising twice a day for like 2 days. I had gotten sick. I hadn't gotten sick in a while, but towards the end of the 75 hard, I was going too hard. Forcing workouts where they didn't go because I just had to. I had to finish strong. You know, the last day I did my second workout at midnight. It was like one of those things. So it was tough. But I took a couple of days off and then I got back on it. So I'm hoping to continue the 2 days, at least one a day. And before I was exercising like 3 or 4 days a week. And now I'm like, nah, because of the way I like to eat. And I want to continue to stay as lean as I can, dude. I did have McDonald's a couple nights ago. I felt a little scared because I'm like, man, I don't want to go back. But I did go ham with I don't want to tell you what I had because, you know, my mom listens to the show. And, you know, the ladies in your life, they start hitting you with you in the shame. Ladies, you're the queens of shame. So
my wife
I'm not going to
kill
tell
me.
you what I had. Oh, it gets on my nerves.
She came home like with some banana pudding the other night. Like, I know, you know. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Give me this shit.
Hilarious. You guys are funny, man.
Congratulations, man.
Hey, thank you, man.
Hey, but
And
I'll say this.
congratulations too. Go ahead.
I realize, and this is probably tough for a lot of people. It's easier for me to say, but people listening, like, honestly, man, just changing your diet. I didn't really exercise that much. I did not exercise that much, and I lost 15. My A1C dropped. What is it? You know, 11 points. I don't even know if that's whatever the term is. 6.9 to 5.8. Right.
That's amazing, bro.
And so just no French fries, not a whole lot of potatoes, not a lot of bread, you know, sugar-free shit. And so, man, honestly, people that just keep diabetes, like, you don't really have to. I didn't take any of the medication. My doctor thought I took the medication. He's like, you take the metformin? I was like, no. He's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
You just changed.
3 months.
Wow.
That's it. And so it's like, man, if I can do it and I'm a junk food addict. Like, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. I can do it. Anybody can do it. So that's little
great news,
my
man.
little pep talk of the day.
Thank you. I'm going to show you my before after pictures right now. This is before. As I told you, Kamal, Love Handle Central. Check me out. This is my after shot, man. This is a world premiere shown on the podcast for the first time, man. These are my before and after shots from the 75 hard, man. Kamal, next week, man, are we showing yours? You got pictures, dog?
I didn't do it before, but I got some pics. I was like, God damn, look at me.
Yeah, I know you're going to have to come up with a before and after for me for next week, though.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
All right, man. Coming up, we have a Dear Erby from a man who says he is doing his part, but his wife is not coming with them panties. What should he do? Kamal and I are going to coach him up next. It's the MRA Podcast. You need some advice in your relationship?
And can't afford a therapist?
Yeah. Hit us up and we'll get you through this.
We won't even charge you a copay.
Exactly. The Dear Erby letter is our longest standing segment on the MRA, dating all the way back to the webisodes. This is where we truly save relationships one listener at a time. We've saved marriages.
Encourage divorce.
Taught a guy how to please his woman.
Encourage divorce.
Yeah, so hit us up for advice and we'll help you out. Send your emails to dearerby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearerby@themrapodcast.com. Let's get into this Dear Erby letter.
Let us.
Dear Erby, I'm tired of my wife monopolizing the pussy. I'm sick of it. I provide. I take care of everybody. She does not have to cook. She does not have to clean. I hired a maid. She still tries to clean, but I took care of that. She doesn't have to do much of anything if she chooses not to. The only thing I need you to do is continue to take care of our children and be ready to satisfy me at all times. That is what I need. This does not happen until I say something. Nobody wants to have to remind you to do your number one job. I'm tired of having to be the one who always have to say something. I'm sick of it. This morning, she's going out of town on a trip I'm paying for. This morning, I was like, you don't think to give your man some vagina before you go out of town? Ooh. You thought to put the towels away. Let me do
shot.
There's so much. Oh no, there's so much I gotta do before I leave. Oh, I'm not on your list. Okay. And she said, you don't think to spend time with your wife and to not put her on the back burner? Ooh. Then she goes in on me. I thought that was going in. She said, all you worry about is our sons making it to the next level in basketball. You do not include me in any of those decisions. He says, guys, she is not an athlete. She did not play Division I college basketball. I was. I did. And my sons are about to be in that 1%. I'm preparing them. Look, I don't go anywhere. I'm in the house. I am nowhere else. If I'm not working to make sure we live a comfortable lifestyle, I'm working on our children. I'm always at the house. I don't go anywhere without her. She has full access to me. I come to bed every single night. She has the TV on and I watch what she's watching. I don't turn the TV to something else. I engage in her shows. I'm doing my job. I'm killing it, but she's not doing hers. I'm tired of her monopolizing the pussy. What should I do? Come out, what you think?
Go ahead and flag me.
Uh-oh. Get your flag ready, Kyle.
Get your flags ready, man. Go ahead and get ready to kick me out the game, dog.
Mm-hmm.
The general says he's killing.
Oh, by the way, it's the general in Chicago.
The general in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
General, you're not killing it. You're not. Now, here's the thing. For vast majority of women, you would be killing it. But for your wife, you ain't killing it. She had, you know what I'm saying, she's on free scholarship. She ain't got to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of women, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough that you come home, oh, thank you. But that ain't what she wants. So you will be killing it 9 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
But you're married to like that one who ain't killing it. It's like Sugar Ray Leonard was like this master boxer. Yes. And he fought Tommy Hearns. And Tommy Hearns was knocking everybody out. And he came to the conclusion, you know, I can't be a master boxer fighting Tommy. If I did what I normally did, I would be killing it against everybody else except for Tommy Hearns. He'd have knocked me out. So I had to become the puncher. All right? And so I'm saying all to say is you got to switch up your style with your wife. This ain't working for her. All right? And I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't know you guys' background, but she probably was into y'all before the kids. Y'all hanging out, y'all doing whatever. And then, you know, as a father, we have kids, got 2 boys. Oh my gosh. And you play some D1 basketball and these kids are athletic and you start having these visions and all that stuff. And you're like, oh my gosh, I see the future for my sons. And your wife is right. She's on the back burner. She's on the back burner. And so like you said, if you're not at work, you're working on your children. If I'm not at work, I'm working on my boys. Well, where's your wife fit in? I mean, really. Again, for some women, that's cool. But she's like, hey, man, I miss General. Where's General? Where's that guy? And you say, she's with me at all times. Where? At your son's games? Tournaments? A tag along? She ain't played basketball, so she might not even understand the game. So she's probably just there as a chore to support her dude and her children. But she ain't having fun. And you paying for her trip. She's going out of town for fun. General, sir, you need to show your wife a good time. You got to show her a good time. And that, to me, would probably get the draws to come down. All right. Everything else, you're right. You know, the maid, the cook, she ain't got to do much. She ain't got to work. Right. Take her out dancing. Take her on a vacation. You know, do something nice for her. Just remind, you know, just something that to remind her that, hey, man, you know, I'm thinking about you. And if you do those things, your Uncle K thinks that possibly you'll get what you want. But your way, it ain't working. Because you don't got that type of wife. You're generalizing. All women would. No. Some, most. But not all, because obviously your wife, it don't work for her.
We come back, I'm going to weigh in. Yo, what's up? I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kamal.
And you're listening to the MRA podcast where men come to talk and women come to eavesdrop. Kamal, you told me I could throw the flag. Great. I'm glad you said that.
Go ahead and throw it, man.
What did you say, man?
I said
you said if he does all this, he might possibly be able to get back in that ass. That's the problem. I'm not really going to throw the flag on you, man, because it was insightful. It made me think of the great Patrice O'Neal when he was talking about diabetes and talking about the new lifestyle changes he had to do, like go to the gym. And he said, I got to do this tomorrow. I love that line. I love that joke. I love that. I remember I actually used to love that joke too. Like, it's so funny because it's like, damn, I got to do this tomorrow. Oh, gosh, man. Again tomorrow? Yeah, bro. Yeah. And that's why being in a monogamous marriage is tough. Because you got to work for them draws. Whereas like before, it seemed like you weren't working, even though you were. It was just easier to do before. Kamal, you are so right. There's a great Cosby Show episode where Theo Huxtable and Justine, the late Justine, rest in peace. Her father just passed from Kool-Aid Gang as well. She was
that
Steve Urkel's
that was Urkel's girl too?
Mm-hmm.
Was that
Justine?
Myra?
Her real name? I don't. Myra on Family Matters.
Yeah.
Beautiful. He was the whole thing was he needed to pay more attention to his woman, and that was like Cliff Huxtable made him put his face. He humiliated him and kept making him say, "I will pay more attention to my woman." That's what this is, dog. General. In your mind, this is why it sucks, man. This is why you're in trouble. And I'm just gonna say, you guys are gonna need some marriage counseling because you guys aren't meeting each other's needs, and she is really not meeting need number one. But she can't because you're not meeting the need that turns that on. That's what sucks about the way it's set up. You have to unlock that. Whereas before, it didn't feel like we were unlocking that. Or sometimes we could play little games to unlock it. But when you're in a monogamous relationship and that is your only option for vagina, you're fucked. Because now she's in control. And the worst thing about it, you probably picked her to marry. We call it wife material. There's a definition of wife material that a lot of us men end up paying for. One of the things we like about a wife is not a lot of records on her vagina. We prefer a virgin if we're going to marry her. We fuck the hoes and marry the prudes. But after a while, you realize, oh, shit, I'm stuck with a prude and I can't fuck the hoes. Damn. You don't realize that's going to come back to bite you in the ass because the prude.
Catch-22.
Yes, the prude was able to stay a virgin until she's 25 because she's a prude. She wasn't like clawing at her own vagina all the time. She was a prude.
She can go without.
She can go without. And so I'm sure you thought wife material was perfect because she was a virgin when y'all got together. And that just means she can go without. So she doesn't need it as often as you. And she's your only option for sex. That's why it's a trap. So, but you're in it now. You have a family. You have a business. You got boys about to go to the NBA. We just talked about Steph Curry and protecting the business. This is why we don't want them bringing their new booze. Don't fuck up the business with this distraction, especially when y'all do. First, y'all got divorced, shenanigans. And then, Pops, you got a side piece, shenanigans. Publicly, shenanigans. I know, I'm one to talk. And then, Mom is bringing her new boyfriend to the game. And now you're bringing his ex to the game. Come on, y'all fucking up the brand. So it is a decorum that you have to pick, that you have to have when you're a brand, when you're going to be a basketball brand, assuming y'all go all the way. Unfortunately, this is what you're in, buddy. You made this choice. So now you're going to have to fix it. And you really only have two choices, man. She doesn't have a high enough sex drive to meet your needs. And so you're going to have to take one for the team and do without. Somehow take the job away from her. Or find a nice way to remove her from her job, but you can still keep the decorum. Whatever you're doing isn't working. Let me say that. So you're going to have to do something different. what you're doing to motivate her, all this shit you're telling us about, you pay for the trip, I pay for this, I pay for that. She doesn't give a fuck. She has become entitled to that. I don't know if she's entitled, but you're definitely acting entitled to that ass. Well, I'm her husband. I am entitled. Entitlement always gets us in trouble because it makes us think we deserve something. You don't deserve shit. You got to earn that ass. And yes, you got to do this again tomorrow. So unfortunately, you're going to have to spend time with your wife. You're going to have to start taking her out. It sucks to have to try to earn pussy that you think is already yours, but you do. Where can we find you, Kamal?
Twitter, Instagram, and Clubhouse at Angry Kamal.
Okay. I am at Kyle Erby 13. That's my Instagram. I have my soccer number on there because my Instagram, Kyle Erby, was hacked. So Kyle Erby 13, and it's growing. I'm at almost about 200 followers as the time of this recording. So I'm almost there, man. It's got a long way to go, but I'm putting in the work, man. Kyle Erby is my Facebook and Twitter. At the MRA podcast is our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. KyleErby.com is my website. The MRApodcast.com is where you can listen to all 202 episodes we have done. Check us out on our affiliate, DynastyRadioNY.com in New York. Kamal, man, I don't know if it's about the video, making you bring it extra well, but you bring it in. I appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate being here, man. Thanks for
Man,
having
I
me.
love it, bro. I love it, man. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.